Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Saga's Let's Play Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. We just got the first part of Mass Immune, and we're off to take care of finding the next part, and that sort of thing. So let's get started. Going back down here to the village of Tori, however you want to call it. I couldn't really remember what I was supposed to do here, I think is the issue. So what you have to do, you have to talk to Tata there. And he gives you the hero medal, which is an accessory to help the wielder of Mass Immune. But since we don't have the actual sword yet, we can't do much with it. We just have a broken piece of it. Then you have to go up here to the Cursed Woods. Got some monsters here we can fight, but we're gonna skip them. A couple treasures. There's a noob there. Doesn't seem to do anything. Runs off. We'll see a little bit more of them later on. Got a treasure there. And there's Frog. He's back. This is where Frog lives. He's been hanging out here since, I guess, with the Queen incident from the Middle Ages. So you open this other treasure chest over here, and you get the second part of Mass Immune. And Luke is deciphering text on there, and it says Melkor. And that's the guy that was in the fair and in Medina Village, who sells weapons and such. And now we've got all the parts of the sword, we need to go back and find Melkor, so that's what we're going to do. And he's in 1080 in Medina Village, which means we have to go back to end time to go to another gate. Because we can't get there otherwise. So that's what we're getting ready to do here. Go back to Truce Canyon, that's where our gate is here in the Middle Ages. And I have to fight these guys. I think this game should have a quick kill option, like some games like this do, where if you overpower an enemy enough, it'll automatically let you win without having to do battle. But these guys are enemies from near the beginning of the game, so they obviously pose no real threat to us. Here's our gate on the next screen. And we're going back to end time. And we'll be fighting Specchio in a little while probably. But not in this video. That'll come later on. So I was standing on the save point there and it wouldn't let me save. Sometimes they glitch like that. It can be irritating. You just have to move off of it and then back on it. And I can never remember which of these things is the correct one, but I got lucky that time and picked the right one. So here we are in Medina Village in 1080. You can actually click on the food on the table there. And if you say yes, you'll get a recovery for Alpha Magic. And we're going to go over here to Melkor's house, or hut as the game calls it. So you talk to him and it triggers this cutscene about Mass Immune. Plays some of the awesome music. So he says we have to get a Dreamstone to reforge Mass Immune. And he says that the only place you can find it is a long, long time ago. So what do we have to do to find that? Well, fortunately we can go back to the past, because this is a time traveling game. So that's what we gotta do. So we go back to the monster house here and into our gate. Go back to end time. There, see, I picked one of the wrong ones again. Mystic Mountain, 65 million BC. That's where we gotta go. I think that's pretty far enough back to find some Dreamstone. What do you think? This is a funny gate here because it drops you right off a cliff as soon as you go in there. And you gotta fight these guys down here. Reptites. I was hoping I could get all 4 of them, but it didn't want to let me. Or all 5 of them, rather. I'm using the antipode here with Marley and Luca. We got 3 of them. They throw that little dirt bomb there, and if it hits you, it'll put your character to sleep for a little bit. As they did to Luca there. You kill them, you get some experience tech points and a random drop from the currency in this era. You gotta fight more of them now. Here comes some chick. She's kicking their butts. She took out about half of them. We gotta fight 4 more of them. Use Fire Whirl here on them and take out a couple of them. Wanted to be grouped closer together, but that wasn't going to happen. So Marley's going to single target and take one out with ice. And she got put to sleep. It's a pretty easy fight. Just use your multi-target spells and attacks, rather. And you should be good. I learned Napalm there for Luca. And this chick comes back and she's appears to be attacking Crono, but she's not actually doing that. Her name is Isla, however you say it. Call her Isla, because that's what it looks like to me. So she's going to join our party here in a little while. So she claims we can get a Dreamstone at the village. We can follow her. So that's what we're going to try to do here. That Berserker, that's an accessory that will keep your character enraged throughout all battles, and you'll do auto attacks. I think it's all physical attacks. We got lucky there, we had all 4 of them grouped together so we could take them out in one shot. These guys are called runners. You can avoid that fight with the runners back there, but this one you can't really avoid. These guys are called Kilwalas, I guess. No, not that tough. A couple hits should kill them. You can avoid those 2 guys there and the other enemies there that are running around the rock. You don't have to fight either of them if you don't want to. So this is the world map here in 65 million BC. Looks quite a bit different than it does in the other time periods. So we're going to talk to the villagers here in these different huts. If you say yes to that check and drink the sweet water, you'll recover health and magic. This is your trading hut here. If you talk to the that guy there in the middle, when you have enough items, pedal, thing, horn, feathers, you can trade them for different pieces of equipment. We don't have enough right now to trade, so he's not going to trade us anything. Plus we have to talk to Ayla first. This is her hut here. There she is, hanging out. So you talk to her and she tells you to come join her at a party. So here we are at their party, or what people in 65 million BC considered a party, I guess. So you gotta run around and talk to your characters and Ayla, and there's a guy over to the right side we gotta talk to, that guy there. His name's Crono. You just have to repeat the process a few times, and eventually Ayla will ask you to join her in an eating contest, basically. Just run around and talk to everybody. I don't know if you have to talk to the NPC ones or not. Like these down here, they're by the fire, but I do it anyway, just in case. Ayla tells us about somebody named Azala, who's their enemy here in 65 million BC. Alright, so now Ayla's talking about the red rock, which is the Dreamstone. So we have to beat Ayla in the eating competition to win the Dreamstone. Soup race, as Ayla calls it. So you have to push A as many times as you can. Obviously if you have a turbo controller it would come in handy for this part, but you can still win without one. It's not really that challenging. So she said we won and she's gonna give us the rock. So here we are after the party. We fell asleep apparently, or passed out or something. There's tracks everywhere, as you can see. Lucas says that the gate key was taken, and she claims the prints were left by the thief. How does she know that? She was asleep. How does she know who took the gate key? That doesn't make any sense. So we go here back to Ayla's hut, and she's asleep. Gotta talk to her. And Luca tells them that they were robbed, and Ayla says it has to be reptites. Well, how does Ayla know that reptites did it? She was asleep too. So Ayla has to be in your party there, as you see. So you can pick who you want to kick out of the party for the time being. And we decided to bring Robo back in and put Marley out for the time being. Oh, and Luca was out as well, because you have